see it a bit better. I've got you guys on a stick here, so hopefully what you can see is alright, and I can see you, because I've got lots of things I gotta try to run with my hands here instead of holding a camera. There we go. Now, so we're just opening the field up on the first headland here, so I might not be reading too many comments right off the hop, but kind of a boring view on the hood, but once we get the headland done here, I'll try moving you around to a few different spots when we're doing the back and forth passes, because I'll have the auto steer on and I'll be able to pay a little bit more attention to the camera than the sprayer that way when we're going back and forth. But can everyone hear me all right? You're a little ways away from me, so I don't know what the sound is going to be like. If it's no good, we'll try moving it, but moisture situation's pretty good. We could definitely use a shot of rain. They're calling for a lot coming up here starting tonight for the next few days. We got a little better than 3 inches they're predicting, and I hope they're right, because we could use all of it. Spray out the neighbor's canola here. He's a good friend of mine, so I don't want to make him too mad. Actually, they're all good guys all the way around me on this one, so I don't want to spray out anybody's stuff. I've got canola to the north of me, and I have soybeans on the east and the west, so I gotta be careful spraying my peas here that I don't have anything too much drift over onto theirs, so it wouldn't be very good. Got going a little bit later than I was planning on here, because it was so hot this afternoon. You can't spray when it's too hot on peas like that. It's cooled off quite a bit. It's still fairly hot, but they got a lot of rain in the forecast, and this stuff here has a 2-hour rain fast on it, so it's starting to cloud up and get kind of dark to the west. You'll see when we turn here at the headland going the other way in a bit. So I'm trying to get this on here in good time, so that if it actually hopefully does rain, it doesn't wreck my chemical at the same time. So I already had to go do some reseeding. I don't too badly want to go do some respraying, so sorry if I'm not really replying to too many of the questions or comments or anything anybody's posting. I'm not really looking at my phone here right now, so I will go back once my hands are free and see how many I missed. But if I happen to glance by at the right time and I see a comment, I will definitely answer it for you. But if seems like I'm ignoring you, it's just because I'm trying not to dip one of my booms into the ground. So. Alright, this is a real crappy corner we're coming into, because I can't turn around in it, and it's the same width as what my sprayer is. So we'll just throttle down, go around the corner and face the neighbors, and shut the sprayer off. Yeah, well, we're going 13 miles an hour here right now at 70 feet wide, so we cover some ground pretty fast. You can see to the northwest over there, it's starting to get dark. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. It's pretty far to the north, but I don't want to take any chances anyways, so it won't take too long to spray this. So how's it going in Australia today? Is it going to be a nice day or rainy or what? I've got a great uncle out there by Sydney. I haven't talked to him for a while, but Grandpa talks to him almost every day, so I usually get caught up on most of the goings on in that part of Australia anyways, so. The peas are looking really, really, really good. Definitely use a shot of rain, but peas are one of the things that you can have a real dry year and you'll still turn out with some half-assed peas if you get a little wee bit of precipitation. They're one thing that they're actually not a big fan of being wet. They rather when it's dry, so. Yeah, that's my cardboard paper water bottle sort of thing in the window there. How's it going? I'm behind a couple of videos you did, your canola freezing. Well, it froze. I never really said in the video, or I never really said in a video the day that it froze because I was so pissed off I never made a video that day, but we ended up with a real hard frost here a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure what the date was. But it was about the time just before the canola would have been, it was just about to start emerging. So I'm thinking the stuff that froze was already up enough or just about there. And when we had that hard frost, it wrecked it. I'll have to look back. I know what the date was, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it hurt a couple spots in the barley, if you remember when we were spraying the barley. But nothing to wreck it like what happened in the canola. The canola is quite a lot. The canola can't handle any kind of freezing, but peas and wheat, they're real tough. It won't hurt them at all. They'll have to freeze really hard to hurt them. We're going to just shoot right through these weeds here. See. GPS when I started here too. I'd washed the windows on it before we started spraying, and I climbed across the hood, and I must have hit the node on the roof with my hand, and it made the wire come loose. It gives power and everything to the node, and it was telling me it had no fixed GPS position because that node wasn't on. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Luckily, that's all it was that wire had gotten knocked out, but it took a few minutes to figure out. I sprayed my first pass along the road without it on, so I was wondering if it was I was just facing the wrong direction to pick up a satellite or something, so I tried just spraying to see if it would figure it out. But Spray Coop, a good sprayer. If I had to do it again, this has that 4-cylinder Peugeot French diesel engine in it. I would definitely try and find one, because you could get them with a Cummins or a Perkins diesel in them. And I would definitely buy one of them. Oh, stop sprayer. I would definitely buy one of them if I could do it again, just for the sake of ease of trying to find engine parts. But on our auto steer passes here now. For some of them, maybe. Once I get through these bumps. I backed up and it went and messed with my thing here now, and it thinks I'm backing up even though I'm going straight. So I may need to stop at the end of the pass here and recalibrate it. I had to do that once already when I was backing up in another corner. I don't know why, but these Ravens really get confused when you back up. They just can't figure it out once you start going straight again. They still think they're going the wrong direction even though you're not. An engine swap in this would be a real job. I'll show you up close one day the amount of room there is to work on one of these machines. And you'd have to try and come up with your own bell housing to bolt up to the transmission. Would be one of the hardest parts actually, but I guess I'm going to have to recalibrate this thing so it gets itself figured out about what direction I'm actually heading here. We're going to just stop here and I'll show you what we got to do. You can see it says we've got our reverse alarm here, even though we hit it. Can't figure itself out, so I gotta try to remember what Antoine told me to hit here. So with the steering wheel up here, then we page over, terrain comp, and then we click this. There. See, it wants to keep going back. It thinks we're going the other way. There. Now it's got itself figured out. Now we can start following our AB lines again. So I've done probably closer to a little, probably 34 acres, because I didn't do that first headland. It was missed, but I will show you our overview here real quick. There's the outline of our field. So there's our corner where we had to turn around by the neighbors. So there's a lot of sloughs in here. This is a pretty wet quarter. We'll probably end up, I sowed 120 acres in here, I believe it was. We'll probably end up spraying 130 or a little better just from overlap. So anyway, I'm gonna put you back in your holder, and I might move you again so I can see things a little better. Now that we're not doing headlands, I don't have to worry about spraying out the neighbors quite as bad, so I can actually look at some of the comments here maybe. We can try a few different angles and positions here with it too once we actually get going. Why are you doing it again? As soon as I hit the auto steer, it's back to thinking we're going the wrong damn direction. What's going on for some reason, nor do I. Very strange. It'll be right here for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden it's back to thinking we're going the wrong damn direction. So I guess I should have let Antoine come spray. He's the one that went to school to learn about these stupid things. So. I might just try that, turn it off and back on again when I get to the end of the pass here, because I'm not sure what else to try, honestly. Reboot, yeah, that's right. I'm just going to go around this slough here, and then I'm going to stop, and we're going to shut it off and turn her back on again and see if it's got its life sorted out yet or not. Hit it with a hammer. No, I might save that till the very end there. Alright, we're going to hit this, we're going to go home, we're going to end the guidance, we're going to shut it off. Not a very exciting live stream, but not much I can do when things want to mess around like that and cause grief. This way you get to see all the fun involved with farming, not just the fortune and fame. But I guess I'll let it do its thing, I guess, and hopefully it works itself out. Yeah, it's awesome when it works good. You can say that again. Renter trades combines every 2 years. I don't know what this issue is here now. This is that used one we bought for $1,000 after the other one quit on us. The old one was a Cruiser 1, and this is a Cruiser 2. It's quite a bit newer. Any pets? Yeah, we have 2 dogs and 4 cats. Boy, this is a fun live stream. Anybody out there from Raven, an expert on these things? Anybody got any good stories to share? See all the clouds there, they're slipping to the north though, so. With RTK, yeah, that's probably an Invisio or something, I'd imagine. look at that. It still doesn't know where the hell we are in the world. See, it's confused what way we're facing here now. Wouldn't it be sweet if it would just work, eh? Well, I'm going to make another pass here. At least the paint is working to show me where I have and have not been. I'll try one more thing here. I'm sorry that this isn't really going the way that I had hoped it would. I should have expected as much because I never have any luck when I try to go spraying. I think I got her. I think I got her, guys. She's driving herself. Praise me. My last ditch effort that I tried worked. I jumped out and I had moved the node on the roof there and I was having issues. I turned it a little bit. So I got out there and grabbed it, turned it a little bit again, and now here we are, she's working. Alright, Bob Smith, I guess you're gone. If I can click on you here, I'm too busy doing real man's work, not just being a fucking troll, but I guess when you live in your parents' basement all day, I guess you don't really have anything else to do you? Gone. Oh, Alan McDonald, I didn't mean to click on you. Anyway, we're at the end of our pass here, so now we're going to cut a U-banger. The old Scandinavian flick here. Get back on our next one. Heading right to a slough, so we'll just kind of dip around it. got any error messages for a few minutes now, so I think the grabbing the node and giving them a half Nelson there was the answer we had been looking for anyways. Around a curve as well, a gentle curve. It can't be anything too crazy, but we got a little bit of dark clouds to the northwest of here. We're supposed to have thunderstorms here tonight, but they're not calling for anything till quite a bit later on. So I guess we'll see what or time will tell what happens, I guess. Hoping it does rain because we need it desperately. But I see I've got a nozzle not doing what it's supposed to. I'm gonna jump out, hit it with a toothbrush, and I'll be back in a second. There. Had but a little clump of crap on it, so. Yeah, these sloughs are ridiculous. Everything's working correctly now, so. What do you use for spray? I'll show you when we get over there. We got quite a few things. Not using Antoine's toothbrush. So, we got a little corner here that always gets broke off on its own before we get back into the rest of the field. We'll spray it first here, obviously. Any questions there, I'll answer them in a few when we get back out of these short passes here. I'm actually going to move you to a spot where I can see the comments better. Do you use any biologicals on your fields at all, like seaweed or concentrate? No, never have tried anything like that, so. Middle of the night. Holy crap, where are you from that it's the middle of the night? It's 20 to 6 here right now. Okay. The other side of the pond. Massachusetts, eh? It's going a lot better now that we got this goddamn GPS figured out anyways. Residue grazing. You mean like cattle come in and eat weeds, or what do you mean by, or come in and eat straw? Or there's no livestock but chickens are on this farm, so and one old horse, but if it's the middle of the night, what are you doing up? Did you get up to go to the bathroom or what? Waiting for it, are you? Well, it's nice to have you here anyways. Different to talk to you live than in the comment section like it usually is. Now, there's one spot here, this used to be a slough, but when they rebuilt the road, they filled it in. And there's, it's quite dirty. I'm going to just quickly give it a second little shot on the edge here, just like so. In a second here, I'll move the camera and give you a different angle to look at if anybody wants. What do you want to look at? The boom out the window or what? But I'll try moving you anyways, and we'll see what that angle looks like for you. See, I've got another nozzle giving me grief, so well, I'll take you with me this time. You can come and see. I'll open her up. Hi, Nick's mom. I got my Jesus sneakers on. Oh, I got my Jesus sneakers on for spraying. Oh! Oh no. I thought it was broke, but oh, maybe it is actually. Yep. We got a broken one. Okay. So, in the door here, we got some spare parts somewhere. Oh boy, we got one left. Kind of hard to do one-handed to get it out of there. So this just goes in here like so. Like that, wherever the camera is. Then we got a little O-ring. Where's the camera? Goes in here on top to seal it up. And this broken one, you can see the difference here. We broke off the part that actually makes the mist, so it's just being a jet. So we'll put that in with the spare parts. It's got some other pieces in it yet that will still be good. I'll take apart when we get home. And now we'll go put this on. So it just goes on there and twists on, and there you go. Ready to rock and roll again. So I don't know if this is the same thing that Nick Welker uses, but I got this little multi-position stick suction cup guy here to hold the phone for me. So I can put you in different angles and different positions here. Because I need both feet and both hands to run this thing. Should have looked at the tank. I don't know how much is left in there, but got a little bit yet. So, you guys want to look at something different for a few minutes? We'll stick you in the window here beside me. It'll be more of a challenge for me to see the comments, but give you something different to look at other than the hood. So I think she can manage to change a poopy diaper. Got something strange going on with that one nozzle over there that we just changed, so. Well, maybe not. Pop out just real quick here again and take a quick peek at that nozzle. I'll be 30 seconds and I'll be back. Oh, you fell off the window, eh? So it was my fuck up what went on there. I forgot to put one of the little pieces in that goes in the nozzle. So I got that put in there. And we're golden again, so away we go. I just seen somebody ask what kind of engine, and this is a 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel Peugeot motor in it. Real good on fuel, real weak and anemic on power. But honestly, the engine's never given that much grief on the machine. It's always been something else. The valves, I always had troubles with the electric valves, so I switched them to something different. They used to be reverse polarity valves, so I put normal ones on it. The wire dangling there is for the antenna, because we can't have the radio antenna on with the light bar because it hits up against it. But the radio doesn't work in this thing anyway since I bought it, so I usually just have a little speaker in here, Bluetooth, that I use off my phone for music, but right now I've got you guys to talk to instead, so see something laying in the field I'm going to grab because it looks like a flat tire causer, I think. big old piece of stick that the harrows last fall must have drug up on the hill, and I missed it obviously when we were stone picking. Always gets broke up into little pieces here. It kind of sucks, but not much you can do about it, honestly. Impressive a machine to watch as the big brute there on the Welker's farm, but I went and turned too fast. See what happens? These booms have a breakaway in them, so you don't overstress your frame on the booms. And I went and whipped the corner there a little too fast. This isn't a very good performance here so far. All we've been doing is being stopped. Usually how it goes when you try to do a live stream though. If anything's gonna happen, it's gonna happen when there's people around. Isn't that how it goes? Give me a second. Maybe we can make a full pass here without an issue. What do you think the odds are? And then we end up, we have a nice fairly open spot for a few minutes to go back and forth in. Looks dark, but there's nothing nothing coming out of it. There isn't going to be anything. Not for quite some time yet. When you look at it in person here, it's definitely not, they're not threatening clouds, so. I'm out crop dusting tonight. I'd seen something about alkali spots. I don't know if it was a question or what, but we do have, you can see right here is an alkaline spot. How big of a tank? It's a 300-gallon tank, and you can do 90 acres on a tank, but my acre count is going to be off here a little bit because of the issues we were having with the GPS. It wasn't counting as it should have been, and before I started the live stream I was having issues already, so it actually is really good on fuel. It doesn't hold very much, but you can go out and spray half section for next to nothing. So you can do a half section on a tank with this, and it might hold 60 liters. And yeah, it's this is 72 feet, but call it 70 with the overlap. Always give the GPS a little bit of leeway. So these are actually really, really clean. There's not much weeds, but it's not a Perkins, no. This is a Peugeot. But I was gonna say it's got real bad kochia in these alkali spots. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's thick like dog hair in between the rows of peas. There's also quite a bit of saw thistle and some foxtail in these shitty spots like that. This will clean them up anyways. Well, I gotta say, this is a record. What have we've been going here now? 6 minutes. I haven't had to get out. The other thing in this sprayer that's not the best is it's a standard and not hydrostatic. So it kind of sucks for speeding up and slowing down. Yeah, 30-20, 40-20, even the 50-20. They're all pretty incredible on fuel. It wasn't until you got to the 44-40 that you started burning fuel. Well, 44-30. They're just a 404 that have been souped right up. That's the only thing I'll give International is they sip on fuel, but you got to burn fuel to make power, and that's something the Internationals were lacking, was the power. So, Alright, we're going to be on to some passes here. Not real long ones, but they're straight ones at least. So. Get on our AB line here, and remember what I said about not having to get out? I just seen another stick by a slough. We had bushed all these sloughs with a cat, so there's still pieces of stick coming. Every time I see one, I try to get out and throw it in. So back in a second. All right. Takes a few seconds to get out of the sprayer and throw them in the slough, but it's a lot faster than having to change a tire on a combine or an air seed or a swather later on in the year. The field view, show the swaths rendered. I can do that for you in a minute or two here. Let me. I'm gonna have to stop and refill before too much longer, and Antoine should be. I gotta give him a call and tell him when I need to fill, because he's got some stuff in his truck that I need. So he'll run that out here, but I'll show you that. The tires are so skinny on this sprayer. You don't even know where you've gone with the sprayer a week later after it's been sprayed. You can't see the tracks at all. So there's no... there might be a wee bit less where things have been driven over, but it'd be hard pressed to figure out where those spots were. I wish the passes were longer, but not in this field anyways. There's a few, some of our bigger fields, there's some real long ones in them, but not here, I'm afraid. Alright, well, thanks for watching, but don't you hurt to plant some except in driving over them. Do the plants my back, is there some loss? There, yeah, I kind of answered that. There is some loss, but 50/20 horsepower rating, about 135 horse. Crown card. What if I told you there's another stick I just seen? Would you believe me? You'll thank me later when I got a live stream of combining and we don't plug the combine on a fucking stick for getting out now and throwing them in the sluice, so. So I got a little piece over here to touch up. Over here we gotta go next. I apologize again for the shit show this has been so far. Alright, Bob, we'll talk to you in another one. I'll show that field overview here after, and you can check it out in the video whenever you want that way after. So many acres of peas? There's 125 or so sown out here, and we're going to probably end up spraying closer to probably 130 would be my guess with the overlap. So everything going? Well, it's been a shit show so far, but hopefully things smooth out a little bit here now, but we've had quite a few issues up to this point, so it's getting better. I think we haven't had any GPS issues now for a while. That was the biggest problem at the beginning. Jumping out and throwing sticks in the sloughs I can deal with, so say it's probably bad lighting. They look, there might be the odd spot that's a bit under the weather, but I think everything's, they're actually shaping up. They're looking really, really damn good, honestly. So hopefully everything turns out. They're calling for rain, so yeah, I had about 10 acres that froze, or it could have been cutworms too, I don't know. You gotta look for them at night time, but there's nothing you can do about them, so I've got that oats resown on that, and I mean there's good canola everywhere else, so I think it'll be okay other than for those, that spot that we had to touch up, so this is a Raven Cruiser 2 with smart tracks. Or smart steer, sorry. That I've got for auto steering here. And the sprayer is a 1997. For beetles, thank God. There's a few guys around here who really got shit on with beetles. There we go. There's just a small amount of damage on her. It's not enough to really worry about, so. Case 3320. Yeah, that would be pretty goddamn nice. When I buy a new sprayer one day, that's what it's going to be, is a Patriot like that, a case. But that's a long ways off in the future, that one. YouTube's gonna have to start making a lot more money. Yeah, you can say that again. Rain will help the new seeded oats. How are you tonight, Mr. Chad Archer? Yeah, I'll probably need the good luck the way this has been going here. You've seen that, so. We'll get her beat though. Ah, shoot. Had a breakaway trip on the other corner here now. Alright, well we're going to have one more pass here, and we're going to be out of chem, and it's going to be time to fill again, so. I'm going to finish this pass and head her over to the road, and that's probably where we'll end this not best live stream off anyways, and sometime again here we'll try it again, and hopefully it goes a little bit better, because this didn't really turn out as good as I was really hoping for, so. I'm going to head her up to the water truck, and we'll wait for Antoine to come, I guess. Alright, well, wasn't what I was hoping for, but there was a live stream anyways. You can see what it's like 90% of the time trying to get stuff done around here. There's farming with old equipment, there's always something unexpected to come along, but still not too bad. An hour and a half, and we did 90 acres anyway, so I should only have about 30 left in here, so it won't take too long to finish. But anyways, nevertheless, thanks for watching, supporting the channel, and be another video coming shortly. I'll talk to all you guys in the next one.